of a direwolf. No, not from TV shows or movies. I'm talking about the real direwolf. It was bigger than today's wolves, with giant jaws, strong teeth, and a body made for hunting huge animals. But here's the thing, it went extinct over 13,000 years ago. No one has seen one alive until now. Because something amazing is happening. Scientists are trying to bring the direwolf back to life. Yes, really. It all started when the researchers found two very old bones, one in Ohio and one in Idaho. One was a tooth, the other was a massive skull. They belonged to real direwolves that lived in the Ice Age. Inside those bones, there were tiny bits of something very special, DNA. DNA is like the instruction book for building an animal. It decides how big it is, what it looks like, even how it grows and hunts. And even though the direwolves have been gone for thousands of years, a little bit of their DNA survived. So scientists got to work. They compared the direwolves' DNA to the DNA of gray wolves, which are still alive today. Guess what? They found that gray wolves and direwolves are almost the same, about 99.5% the same. That small difference is that made direwolves stronger, heavier, and more powerful than modern wolves. Then came the big idea. Could we take a gray wolf and edit its DNA to match the direwolf? That's exactly what a group of scientists at a company called Colossal Biosciences tried to do. They used a tool called CRISPR, which lets scientists change tiny species of DNA, almost like using super scissors. They changed just 14 genes that control things like skull size, fur color, teeth, and muscles to match the dire wolves. Then they placed the edited DNA into cells. Those cells were used to make baby wolf embryos, and those embryos were placed into special dog moms. It was a risky plan. They tried 45 times. Only 3 wolf pups survived, and they were different. Their jaws were wider, their head was bigger, their fur was thicker, and they were much more like direwolves than any normal pup. The scientists named them Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi. They're the first new direwolves the world has seen in thousands of years. But here's the big question. Are they really direwolves? Even though 14 genes were changed, that's still only a tiny part of their entire DNA. The rest, still gray wolves. They may look like direwolves, but no one knows if they'll act like them. There's more to being a species than just looking the part. And that's not all. Even if they are direwolves, where would they live? The world has changed a lot since they last walked the earth. Back then, direwolves hunted giant animals like mammoths and big bison, but those animals are gone now. Without their original food and wild environment, the newer wolves might not survive if they were released into nature. That's why they're still being raised in a special lab. Scientists are watching them grow, play, eat, and howl to see what they're really like. Some people think bringing back extinct animals is a bad idea. They say we should protect the animals we already have, like tigers, rhinos, and elephants, instead of spending money to bring back creatures that vanished long ago. Others think it's an amazing way to fix the mistakes humans made in the past. What do you think? Should we bring back extinct creatures like the direwolf, or should we focus on saving the ones that are still here? Let me know in the comments. And if you could bring back any extinct animal, which one would you choose? A dinosaur? A woolly mammoth? A bird that hasn't flown in a million years? The world of science is changing fast. One day, you might be the one making these decisions. For now, the direwolf's cubs are alive, growing stronger every day. And just maybe, this story is only the beginning. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more wild science stories. Until next time, stay curious and never stop asking, what if? Bye!